Pre-construction condo costs. When you purchase your pre-construction condo unit and you see the price starting at $500,000, make sure to realize that it will most likely end up costing you more than that. As a general rule, make sure to save an extra 5% of the purchase price when it comes time to close the sale of your condo unit. Let's go over the costs involved when buying a pre-construction condo unit, which is different than when you buy a resale condo unit, so keep this in mind. Purchase price. This is what the price of the condo unit is, so when you sign your contract, you will see the exact price of the condo unit on one of the first pages. Make sure the amount is correct. In our case, the starting price is $500,000, but we will need to know the other costs to calculate the purchase price. Floor premium. It is quite common for the builder to charge you a certain amount for every floor higher you live. In our case, the unit we are buying is located on the 10th floor, and the premium is $1,000 a floor. So now the purchase price is $509,000. HST. You are required to pay 13% HST when you purchase a pre-construction condo unit. However, since there are HST rebates, a lot of the builders calculate the HST into the purchase price. When HST is included, it often means that the developer is going to apply for the HST rebate for you. If you are an investor and decide not to live in the unit, then you may have to pay the HST portion on closing, but you can also apply for an HST rebate. Since the builder included the HST in the purchase price and we are buying the condo unit to live in, our total is still $509,000. Levies and municipal charges. These charges go to improving the community the building is located in. This money covers things like education, roads, parks, libraries, etc. These fees do not go to the developer, but are collected by the government. In our case, the builder offered to cap the levies for our condo unit at $10,000, so we are looking at a total bill of $519,000 so far. Land transfer tax. This is another tax that we have to pay when buying any kind of property in Ontario. This tax is calculated on the purchase price, which is $509,000. If the condo project was in Toronto, we would have to pay two land transfer tax amounts, but since it is located in Richmond Hill, the tax comes out to $6,475, and our total is now $525,475. New home Tarion Warranty enrollment fee. This warranty protects buyers of new builds, and it covers different things for 1 year, 2 years, and 7 years. This warranty makes sure your building is fit to live in, that there are no material defects, construction does not go longer than a certain date, and a lot of other things. Sometimes the builder includes this fee in the purchase price, and sometimes they don't. If the builder did not include it in the cost, then we would have to pay an extra $1,067, but our builder has included it in the price. Legal fees and adjustments. It is a very good idea to use a lawyer to double check your contracts. A lawyer will help you apply for rebates, make suggestions, help you process your mortgage, and make sure that the builder is not taking advantage of you. When it is time to close, there can be adjustments in the form of the costs discussed earlier, as well as possible registration fees, reserve fund fees, utilities hookup fees, and others. I say others because every developer can include different things that make sense for that specific condo project. In the end, these added adjustments and legal fees can be another $3,000, so that brings our total up to $527,475, which is around 5% of the purchase price. There are also other costs you will have to pay, but I did not calculate them into the final cost as they are in a different category. Interim occupancy fees. You'll have to pay an interim rent when your unit is ready to be occupied. Think of it like paying rent to the builder, who is using that money to cover the maintenance fees, property taxes, and the interest on your mortgage. The cost varies, and if you do end up paying more than what you actually owe, the builder will reimburse you. But for now, let's just say it is $1,900 monthly, and you pay this till the condo is officially declared a condo. Property taxes. This cost totally depends on how big your unit is and the assessed value of your condo unit. However, some developers require you to prepay 1 or 2 years of property tax payments. Regardless, every homeowner pays property taxes yearly, which is why this amount was not factored into the total. But let's say it is $200 a month. Maintenance fees. Since you will be living in a condo, you will have to pay a maintenance fee. Since our unit is 600 square feet and the cost of maintenance is 60 cents per square feet, monthly maintenance will cost $360. There is also a separate monthly parking maintenance fee for an additional $50 a month. So your maintenance fees are going to be $410 a month. Also, lots of buildings charge separately for a locker maintenance fee. Insurance fees. If you have a mortgage, then you will most likely be required to purchase home protection insurance. This cost depends on a bunch of factors, but it can be a couple $100s for the year. In the end, there are closing costs and ongoing costs to keep in mind when becoming a homeowner. But let's review the cost for a pre-construction unit on the 10th floor. Purchase price, $509,000. HST, already included in the price. Levies and municipal charges. capped at $10,000, which brings the total to $519,000. Land transfer tax. Well, since your realtor was knowledgeable, he realized you were a first-time buyer and made sure that you told your lawyer that you qualified for the land transfer tax rebate, so you received $4,000 back, which means you only paid $2,475 for the land transfer tax. Now the total is $521,465. Tarion enrollment fee, already included in the price. Legal fees and adjustments, $3,000. So the total amount you would be paying is $524,465. But since you already paid 20% as a down payment, you would owe $419,572 on the closing of your unit. Make sure to check out my other videos so that you can become more knowledgeable, which will help you make an informed decision when you decide to purchase a pre-construction condo unit. Also, if you haven't taken my free course titled Buying Pre-Construction Condos, it is a great idea to do so. The video goes in depth with the whole process, so make sure to check it out.